This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
All right, guys, I have a sort of philosophical question I want to run by you. Okay,
ready? Could you tone down your excitement just a little bit?
You're gonna have to really break out your intellectual hats. Okay,
Yep.
This is existential. Who do you
really
think,
a hat guy?
Who do you think? Yeah, you are. I saw you tonight. Who would win in a fight between William Wallace, Captain Algren, that's Tom Cruise in Last Samurai, and Maximus?
Maximus Decimus Meridius?
I don't remember. Is that right? Yeah, from Gladiator.
So William Wallace, Tom Cruise, or Russell, or not fat Russell Crowe.
Ken, I want to let you know
Pre-fat,
something.
pre-fat.
Tom Cruise plays characters in movies. He doesn't play himself.
No, it's either
that's not true.
It's either long hair Tom Cruise or short hair Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
I'm just
Tom
saying
Cruise.
you can't seem to grasp the name of Tom Cruise's character. It's just like Tom Cruise belongs on a mountain.
Tom Cruise.
Dreamy.
But are we answering this now, or wait until we get into it?
No, you're answering it now. This should be a quick answer. Who wins?
Well, I hear William Wallace is 7 feet tall. Is that the quote?
That is, I think so.
That's pretty good.
Yes, I'm not going to say the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go William Wallace because he fights dirty, and Maximus does not do well when people fight dirty.
Okay, Joel.
I'm going to say it's going to be Maximus because William Wallace is good at leading an army. Maximus is a one-man showdown team.
I'm going to have to agree with you. Baconsale approved. Maximus.
What about Tom Cruise?
Welcome to Baconsale, everyone.
I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
So we want to thank you for listening to our Mount Rushmores of Summer Blockbuster show. It was fun to hear your responses about what movies you would put on your personal Mount Rushmores. We enjoy seeing those. One of my favorites was actually from Shark Gillens. He said Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, The Avengers, and either Live Free, Die Hard, or Jaws. And I went, Live Free or Die Hard?
Hey, Timothy Oliphant's in that movie.
I know, but I said that's an interesting choice. Why'd you put that? And he said, because when I initially posted this comment, I erroneously assumed that the first Die Hard was released during the holiday season, so I went with that.
Because it's the best Christmas movie. We know.
Yeah, second best. But yeah, and so I went for the next best entry in the franchise.
Oh, so Live Free or Die Hard. But he could have said Die Hard, so
he could have.
We'll just say Bruce Willis's bald head up there.
Yes. He wasn't bald in the first one, though.
Yeah, come on. We all knew.
He was balding.
Yeah, he was headed there.
Pre-bald Bruce Willis is what he's called.
And then what was Sixth Sense Bruce Willis? Because there's a little bit of a hairpiece going on. Anyways, we don't need to talk about this right now.
Yeah. It's going to be this kind of show anyway, though.
A little bit random.
So, guys...
Wait, hold on. Joel?
What are we talking about today, Jacob?
There we go. It's a tradition.
Sorry, I'm reading Joel's note to me. It got me. Okay. So, today, guys, we are doing... Ask Baconsale. That's what we're calling this, I think.
Jacob, we haven't done this since episode 53.
53? What episode are we now, Joel?
162?
Holy crap.
We take a while to recycle shows here on Baconsale.
Oh, okay, let's say that.
So, you guys, listener, you were pretty amazing. We asked you for some questions that you like Baconsale to answer. It could be about pop culture, it could be about us, it could be about the show, it could be about anything. And you have really come through. We have so many questions. We're not going to get through them all.
No, we're not going to get through them all because we were overwhelmed with the response. So thank you for submitting questions. If we didn't get to yours, don't worry. We talked about it and just determined it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Or we even recorded it and then determined it wasn't that good.
Also, we were thinking about doing your first name, last initial, kind of like Laffy Taffy rappers. Yeah. But instead, we're going to leave you anonymous because we're trying to protect you.
Jacob stripped the names out so there would not be any implicit bias, either positive or negative, towards the asker.
Not that we would... But we did.
You guys are never biased at all about anything.
Nope.
So.
But yes, let's jump into the questions. And this is going to be self-indulgent, we know, but that's guys, the point of this episode.
Go on to social media afterwards. Feel free to claim some of these questions, especially if they landed.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we got
your confidence in our show.
We've got a few different sections here, and the first one is consumable pop culture. Okay, guys, so here's how we're going to start. First question is, I'm not going to quote it verbatim, but they want to know about some of your favorite comedic actors and actresses and what movies you think they were the best in, where were they funniest. And Kent, that might be hard for you since
I know this one came from a comedian. I'm not going to say his or her name.
You know where it came from?
Yes.
Cheater.
How do you know that?
I may have looked.
Mystical
I
arts?
cheated a little bit.
Kent.
I know. It's my EVP. It's my EVP right here in the mind. So
okay. That's a disorder, and you should have that checked.
I have both choices. So I have male and female here. I'm being a little bit binary. But Sam Rockwell is my choice for favorite comedic actor. Joel's thinking right now.
Movie was he?
The Green Mile.
No, I think
I'm like,
no, he's funny in Galaxy Quest, but
like
he does
Billboards?
play
Is
drama
that it?
more.
Well, it's about half and half because even in dramas, he's a little bit
Moon
off.
was hilarious.
He is so funny.
I don't want to give up any spoilers. I almost did, but the movie that really I think was my favorite of his roles would be The Way Back.
Oh, yeah,
it's a
that's a
movie
good
that came
one.
out 3-4
Yeah,
years
you
ago.
like
I actually
that
really enjoyed that one.
And he is perfect. He's not even really playing a character in that one. It's kind of a slacker sort of role.
Yeah, he
But
works at a
is-
water park.
Yeah.
And he's the
And he goes to bat
supervisor.
for a kid that's been bullied, essentially.
He's
And
the
he
funniest
is-
in Three Billboards, though, don't you think?
He's hilarious.
Like when he
in Three
assaults
Billboards.
that teenager and then gets caught on fire.
It is
It's
kind of a funny
hilarious.
role.
Spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but so many roles this guy does are just great. But yeah, Sam Rockwell, he is my choice for favorite comedic actor.
Which is weird because once again, Kent's just going hipster on this. Because I'm going to choose okay, so I didn't cheat, and so a lot of these are.
That's not cheating.
Yeah, sure.
That's not cheating. Have you seen Seven Psychopaths?
Yes,
He's fantastic in that, and
not
it's
that good of a
very
movie.
funny.
It's not that good of a movie.
Oh, I love it.
I didn't like it, but no, I'm going to say one of the ones that I really enjoy is
Iron Man 2. That's where you really liked it.
Yeah, you did
That
love
was
him in
but that was a
Iron Man 2.
jokey kind of role.
It was, actually.
Yeah.
No, he actually did good in that.
But Chevy Chase is one of my favorite comedians.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, and Fletch is like peak Chevy Chase for me. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoy the Fletch movies, Three Amigos, even the Vacation series. I just think Chevy Chase is ultimately hilarious. Steve Martin too in that same era in The Jerk and Three Amigos. Once again, I just really enjoy.
I watched European Vacation a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I did.
That's one of the weaker ones of the entire
I know. For some
franchise.
reason, that was the one I watched a lot. For me, Isla Fisher for a comedic actress.
She's hilarious.
She is so funny, and really anything she's
I
in.
love Fisher. I know. Who is that?
Sacha Baron Cohen, his wife. She's in Wedding
She
Crashers.
plays
and-
Mary Jane in Scooby Doo.
Wow.
That's the one. She does.
Oh, Mary Jane. Sorry, I was thinking.
Has
Daphne.
she been
Shaggy's
in,
girlfriend.
Have she been in movies that people have seen?
No,
or-
she was in Tag most recently.
Yeah.
Most recently, 2
Now You
weeks
See
ago.
Me. She's in the Now You See Me. First Now You See Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
What's the Chevy Chase movie where he goes Funny Farm? That's it.
Funny Farm's great.
Took me a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to use that as sort of like a litmus test when I was dating to see if the girl thought it was funny, then I could continue on.
That one took a while to grow on me.
Because it's kind of strange, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's very strange.
Yeah, it's kind
They
of
get the dog, and the dog just runs off in the woods and never comes
it's
back.
so great. Okay.
I use Shawshank Redemption for that one. If the girl thinks it's funny, then she's a keeper.
Jeez.
Again, you should have that looked at. Okay, so here's the next one. Is just sort of the opposite of this. Is the least favorite comedic actresses.
I'll go first on this one.
Who are they? And where did you hate them?
Amy Schumer, go.
That's the given. Although, to be honest, I don't know if I've seen her main movies, like her starring movies.
Okay, I'm wondering.
But
She's great, and I Feel Pretty. It's just top tier.
bet.
I've never seen it.
But I was going to say, like the whole Seth Rogen gang. I don't really get that.
I'm with
That's-
you.
That's not my style of comedy. Like I was trying to
Who
think.
would you choose from that group, though, to represent the comedic actor you don't like?
Seth Rogen would probably be
Perfect.
the one because I see Seth Rogen and I was trying to think of.
By the way, can I get a high five?
Yeah.
That's mine too.
I looked at his movies and I'm like, I don't really like any of these. Like I was trying to figure out like if I liked him.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at him like, no, I don't think I do.
Now, is there actually a movie that you've seen him in that you do like?
Well, it wasn't a comedic. Well, it was kind of a comedic role, but 50-50.
50-50.
Are we going to agree on that too?
I have two choices because I like him in two movies. I hate to say it.
I hate to say I like this actor.
You like him in
50-50 and Superbad.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of Superbad.
I still haven't seen Superbad.
Don't.
It's on VidAngel now.
Yeah. It will be like 10 minutes long. I mean, the old joke of like, Game of Thrones will be 6 minutes on Clearplay.
Yeah.
Superbad really will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really enjoy that movie.
didn't you like the James Franco biop? I can't think of what it's called suddenly. Last year.
Disaster Artist?
Disaster Artist. Didn't you like that?
Yeah, but it came and went.
Okay. All right. So next question is going to be, and this is a pretty easy one, right? This is like a date question. What are your favorite books? Fiction, nonfiction, modern, classic, whatever.
I've been on a lot of dates in the past 2 years, and I've never been asked that question, Jake.
Really?
I mean, I should. I mean, maybe.
You should.
Right? A little bit more culture.
You should get off the dating site nobooks.com.
It was farmers only, and they can't read.
Oh.
What are you talking about anyway? Like your favorite yogurt flavor or something?
Yeah, look.
That's terrible.
Hey. Anyways,
You were
Joel, what
saying?
about you?
Well, favorite books. When I start, man, it's funny how when you ask something, your mind just goes blank. But
Yeah.
Some of my favorite books.
Don't
that
you
I-
have go-tos,
Oh, yeah, I
though?
have my go-tos. Like Princess Bride. I love that book. It's actually a very, very.
Is
good
that what
book.
you just tell the girls, though?
No, I really do enjoy that one.
Okay.
Lord of the Flies is another favorite
Lord
of
of
mine.
the Flies is my favorite book of all time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually really like one of the more recent ones I read was Unbroken, which Angelina Jolie made a movie about, and it had no heart to it. The book is amazing. And then, of course, the Harry
I've heard good
Potter
things about
books.
the books.
I asked Moby Dick was a good one. Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know.
That's all you're gonna say about Moby Dick? It was just a good one.
No, that's because like a lot of people like hate Moby Dick, but and I was like, I'm not gonna like it. Then I read it. I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It's really.
Oh, come on, you
brutal, though.
intellectuals.
No, but that Frankenstein, actually, the book was surprisingly deep.
Yeah, it's a great book.
And different from the movie, so I enjoyed that. Okay, I've talked a lot. Kent, go you ahead.
Okay, so I like to read, sometimes when I do read, which is rare, I'll read a big, heavy book and then like a Dean Koontz book in the middle. So I'll read like East of Eden, which is a fantastic book, and then like Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. And I just like saying that name a lot.
Well, I mean, there's something fun about...
Or Stephen King, really.
There's something
like,
fun about
book.
popcorn reads. Like, I do enjoy Dan Brown books or Michael Crichton books or John Grisham's, like things like that.
Yeah.
But they're just pop.
Book recommendation, though, The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. It's really, really good.
You just made that up.
I did, just now.
It's impressive, really. It's a
Hey,
talent.
welcome.
I'm impressed.
He's writing it.
Oh, okay.
Go buy it next
Now
September.
It all makes sense.
There's also a book called Standalone. You can
I've
find
heard
it.
of that
You can
book.
find it on Amazon now.
Really? Who's the author of that one?
I don't know, some guy, but it's from the perspective of a teenage girl, and it's just this great young adult fiction novel.
Yeah.
It's by Jacob Rogers.
Oh, Jacob
Oh, what?
Rogers.
Who? No, that's a different one.
Standalone. It's on Amazon.
Different guy. I'll throw in on this one, too. Crime and Punishment has probably been my favorite book.
Great book.
All time. I think.
What? Seriously?
The main character, Raskolnikov, like that book haunted me in like this real way because he commits a murder in the beginning. If you're not familiar with the book,
Spoiler alert.
and you start to feel like, well, it's not really a spoiler. It's in the first 7
I know,
pages.
Jake.
And then, anyway, but you feel his guilt the whole time, and you start to be like, it got
It's the
into
most
my head.
well-written guilt.
It is.
You get-
It's amazing. So, like in real life, I would start to worry about people like watching me, like they suspected me or something because
Well,
this guy got
your
into
past.
my head. Well, maybe that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
Maybe I'll have to read it then.
I like this question actually. If you could pick any big time
He hasn't
director,
liked any of the other ones before this.
finally one I like. No. So if you could pick any big time director, right, and then put them in charge of a TV show, who would you pick and what kind of show would it be? Or I think this could, and he didn't say this, or he or she, whoever wrote this,
Like a current TV show?
like it could be either a current or like one that you want to happen. Who's the director?
This sounds
What's the
like
show?
a bacon bit, and I feel like we should save
It
this
really
question.
would be a bacon bit. This is a good one.
Maybe we can expand on this later.
Should we do a short answer now?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
We could just cut it.
Okay, I'm going to go with this because obviously I'm going to say Nolan for like every director question, but I'm going to go a little bit outside of that. I never really watched Alias all that much, but I saw an episode that Quentin Tarantino directed. And I was like, I want to see more of a spy show directed by Quentin Tarantino, something that kind of held him together for TV, that it had to be a little bit clean on
clever.
network TV. But he loves spies and espionage stuff. He's been named for a couple Bond movies here and there.
This character was annoying in that show, though.
Yeah, and so I would like to see like an espionage series by Tarantino.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what about
that's
you,
a good
Joel?
choice.
Well, see, I like what J.J. Abrams is doing in the film, and I'd like him to go back to his roots, and I'd like him to do Gilligan's Island.
What?
But with a twist, there'd be a supernatural twist about these people trapped on an island.
And a polar bear.
Maybe we could throw that in there. Why not?
I hear that people really won't like it after season 2.
I hear that maybe the more ignorant ones won't, but
The ignorant ones, the extremely patient ones will be there somewhere around
we'll be
season
there. We'll
7,
enjoy it. Yeah, we'll love it at the end.
and then it won't really answer anything near the end.
This could be a bacon bit as well. But what are you guys' thoughts, feelings on the Disney buying Fox?
I have too many thoughts.
Yeah, like I don't know how to summarize.
We kind of did talk about. I mean, when we talked about Disney creating its own channel,
Yeah, the streaming channel.
Should Comcast buy them
we
instead?
did a bacon bit for that.
Well, Comcast tried, and then Disney outbid them by like $10 billion.
Well, didn't they? I thought they were back.
Oh, are they back?
Yeah.
Who knows? It just keeps going, and it's at about $73 billion right now. I'm really disappointed
It's more than I
because
make in a month.
there's going to be now 7 superhero films by Marvel every year, and I think they're going to kill their
7?
indie film slate.
Are you just making that up?
Oh, well, with X-Men and with Fantastic Four and with the Avengers. I mean, it's the death of movies as
Well,
we know
and I
it.
do feel like this is all just Disney's ploy because they're doing their own streaming service to get as many properties as they can to pull away from Netflix.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And they will. They'll have X-Files, Buffy, all that kind of stuff.
They should be
don't
scared
like
of
Those are the only
Netflix.
2 shows that we know.
On Fox. No, they had Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't like it. I didn't like the board game Monopoly, and I don't like real life Monopolies.
Oh, deep.
Yeah. I just feel like when you get that many, like when it gets that streamlined, or not streamlined, what's what I'm looking for? Just narrow focus here.
Yeah.
That it's all going to start churning out the same kind of stuff.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And I've said this a million times. I think the medium-sized films will just disappear almost completely. It'll be big tentpole blockbusters that Disney will stagger throughout the year, and that will be it.
It'll cause the death of film as we know it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. There's probably enough. And whenever there's like a need for a market, someone's going to fill it.
We'll see.
But how are they going to without Disney buying them out?
Yeah. That's probably
By the
true.
way, Disney, if you want to buy us for $2 billion, we'll let you.
We'll do it. in a heartbeat.
Okay, next question. What are you guys currently watching on TV? It says Netflix, but I'll just say whatever that you're enjoying.
This is tough. I don't really watch Netflix all that much anymore, which is kind of strange.
Hold on. I'm actually going to
include Plex.
I'm actually going to pull up my Netflix right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I've got 2 shows.
I was going to say, I've got
one
some
I
if you're
just
not
finished
ready.
on YouTube Red, Cobra Kai.
Yes.
It's freaking awesome.
I really need to start that, actually.
Cobra Kai was
You
really,
really do.
really fun. Like, I thought it was going to be kind of hokey.
But it was.
Or corny. Well, it kind of is, but it's so true to the movie. It feels like canon. It feels like
Yes.
I accept it as canon of
Everyone
Karate
go
Kid.
see that one. And then if we're really going Netflix, I would say Bates Motel.
Go
I
see
just
that
finished.
one. It's on YouTube, but yeah.
And Bates Motel is really good. It has Vera Farmiga, who's very, very good, and Freddie Highmore. And it's, the whole Bates
Very, very
Hotel.
good? I kinda-
Actually, very, very good.
I've watched like the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And I was
I got into season 2 and I was like,
I'm-
this is getting kind of...
But you have to realize Jacob and I are more Hitchcock purists.
That's true.
I don't know. This one expands on it pretty well. It's no Hitchcock,
So, I mean, I
of
guess if you
course.
like Maleficent, you'll like Bates Motel.
Oh,
right?
Basically,
stop.
that's basically- or
That's
Trolls.
rude. Trolls?
Yeah,
Justin Timberlake does do the theme song, which is weird.
that is really weird.
Bates Motel.
I just went to my Netflix, continue watching just to see what was there. So Supernatural, Cheers, The IT Crowd, The Real Ghostbusters, and Mystery Science Theater 3000.
By the real Ghostbusters, do you mean the 2016 Ghostbusters?
I mean the,
film?
the animated series.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Real Ghostbusters. It's on there. I'm showing it to my kid.
I'd recommend 2 right now. One is Legion. It's on FX, though, so I'm not sure. Where do people even watch FX? I
I don't know.
On TV?
Is that it? Is there streaming for FX?
Television?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't do that.
No,
so.
speaking of television, I was trying to, like, when you asked the question, I was trying to think of any TV that I enjoy watching. There's some I still watch out of habit, but I'm really not excited for anything on TV except for I'm looking forward to when Better Call Saul finally comes back.
And you watch that as it airs?
That's the other thing. I'm watching Breaking Bad again, and
Nice.
then I'm also watching.
You just want to be corrected a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm watching Black Mirror too. So.
Oh, man.
Man,
even
you're going
worse.
dark. Yeah,
What's a dark time for Joel? Well, it's on VidAngel too, so
Oh, okay.
it does something.
So it's like slightly off-white mirror.
yeah.
Okay.
It basically turns it into Twilight Zone.
it's kind of a
episodes
good
that you know I
pun,
love, Ken.
but I don't know.
It'll be funny for someone
White
out
mirror,
there.
Yeah. Legion, though, is if you ever want a superhero movie that is, or a superhero show, story, narrative, whatever, that's pretty intelligent, it actually takes more of a literary approach. And it's work. You have to like really work to pay attention and know what's going on. But it's a visual trip, high production value, good acting. I don't know, Kate.
It's something special,
It is something really unique.
but it's so weird.
It is super weird.
Yeah.
It is super weird. All right. So next question. What other podcasts do you guys listen to?
Are we including Podbash ones on this one?
No.
No.
Do you listen to Podbash?
I listen to almost all of them. Actually.
What's Podbash?
Hey, take it easy.
But like Greg's Guide.
Yeah.
Big plug for Greg's Guide. Outside of Podbash, I listen to This American Life, Wait, Don't Tell Me, Radiolab, Film Sack. I mean, should we explain any of these? I mean, I feel like I should pitch some of these because there's some of them real good. Like This American Life's all about these really cool like short stories around America.
Well, that one's so famous. Pretty much anyone who's listening to podcasts has heard of it.
Hopefully. And then Wait, Don't Tell Me is a news quiz. Radiolab's like it's kind of fun stories with the sciencey flair. It's actually where I learned about Stephen Avery first. Film Sack is a bunch of guys watching kind of bad movies and then talking about the bad movies. It's actually a really popular podcast. One of my favorite ones to listen to. Nightside Project, they do one that I listen to. And then Lore. I'm really into Lore lately.
See, I haven't listened, but I watched the Amazon show.
It was a listener recommendation. Oh, I wish I could remember who recommended that one to me. But it's all about folklore and like the true story
It's
behind
very
it.
cool. Yeah.
So I listen to it when I'm doing yard work on Saturdays, and I get creeped out as I'm mowing the lawn. It's pretty entertaining. So, yeah,
Nice.
That's
I
my list.
used to in like training for this show, like when we first started.
I did too.
But
kind of
now
stopped.
I just don't have the time. So
Yeah, I don't either.
You guys
Yeah,
don't listen to any other podcasts?
no, I don't.
I used to. I mean,
I do
yeah,
audio,
but-
mostly audiobooks.
You hypocrites.
I know a little bit.
yeah, audiobooks. Does that count?
Support podcasting, like us and only us.
Yeah, we are kind of hypocrites.
Oh, Why'd I Buy That? I forgot about. Like Ryan Croker was on American History Show. He has a podcast called Why'd I Buy That? And it's a short little like 20-minute
I've heard about that one actually.
advertising one.
Yeah.
And it's actually really entertaining. So that's a fun one to go listen to. Why'd I Buy That?
So if you had to give up either movies or Netflix, which would it be?
Movies, like watching movies.
Theater movies.
Oh, theater movies.
Yeah, so going to the theater or watching Netflix.
Netflix. Yep.
I've basically already given up going to the movies because,
Because Ken doesn't take you anymore.
no.
If they're not free, then you're mad at me.
I'm just saying, if I don't go to the movies with you, then I end up just waiting till DVD. Honestly, it's how it happens.
Yeah, well, with
Movie
like
Pass.
now 33 kids,
It's just hard. Like, I can't really justify just leaving the wife home with all the kids and getting a sitter adds extra money on top of that. If I take her out all the time to a movie, but
I 100% disagree. We didn't have Netflix most of our lives, right?
and we're better now because we have
Yeah,
it.
definitely
No, we
better.
are not.
We're definitely better.
We have flat bums and bed sores.
Speak for yourself.
No, I don't. My bum is actually
Very
quite
flat.
round.
What?
Sit down, Kent. Sit down.
Someone in the room knows.
Yeah, Joel's right here. We know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way I could give up the theater experience at all. I mean, it's a one of a kind thing that people live for. So yeah, I would give up Netflix in a second.
Well, and I think everything's going to come to Netflix eventually, until Disney kills it. So
Yeah, there you go.
I do love the movie theater experience. I enjoy it. I'm getting used to living without it.
We just did a whole show though about summer blockbusters and what was fun to see on the big screen. Like,
Exactly.
I would never want to give that up ever.
But it's going to happen.
Okay, so of all the big monsters, and he's saying Godzilla, King Kong, etc. I'm not sure who else you're going to throw in there.
Like movie monsters?
Yeah, movie monsters. Big-
Cloverfield monster,
Okay, yeah. Cloverfield monster. it's good.
Mothra, Ghidorah.
Can we use Rampage monsters?
Sure.
Ralph?
No, yeah, they were in that last movie.
Ralph, Lizzie, and George.
Lizzie and George.
Okay, so who's your favorite, and then who would win in a fight?
I think this is where I'm not a hipster. Then I think based on the quality of the movies, it'd be King Kong. Like I think King Kong, and it's very like
I
American.
mean, he's not going to
like-
win in the fight, though.
No,
right?
it's got to be Godzilla.
No, I think King Kong versus Godzilla. It's agility versus a man in suit that can only wag his tail and sometimes
And
breathe blue
fire
lasers.
breath.
Sometimes, but it's a very specific
He
direction.
would light the ape on fire, you moron.
You don't. You don't think King Kong could swing out of the way of that blue flame?
No.
Totally.
No, he'd
He's
be
an
like
ape.
He'd be like brute strength. I know your obsession with apes here, Kent, but he'd be brute strength come at him. He'd breathe fire on him, and his hair would catch on fire, and then he's down.
It's a Japanese guy in a suit trying to point in a direction.
Okay,
we can
well,
count the newer ones,
then King
though.
Kong is clay. If we're doing this,
Clay doesn't melt.
but it doesn't move on its own either.
No, look,
it's a guy in a
I
suit.
think based on the agility, the fact that King Kong has destroyed dinosaurs on Monster Island.
But King Kong's like the size of
Who's had-
Godzilla's foot.
Well, it depends on the
Godzilla.
Godzilla movie you watch. The most recent Godzilla movie.
For
Which,
sure.
by the way, those two are going to fight in an upcoming movie.
them fight.
Which seems a little bit weird because King Kong really is like a quarter the size of this new Godzilla.
If that.
But I say based on what he can do, the agility, and being like this primal animal, King Kong for sure.
He's taking the hopper here.
No, I was going to say, looking alone at how many
this
Godzilla
a
movies
bacon
there have been, looking at how many
Apparently it
Godzilla
is.
movies there have been, and how many times Godzilla has come out on top, King Kong has
How many
had-
have been good?
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, what happens to King Kong at the end?
Yeah. At the end of every King Kong movie, what
Yeah.
happens?
Is Godzilla very beautiful? 'Twas beauty that slayed the beast.
He's gorgeous.
And actually, fun fact:
Godzilla is actually Japanese for
King
gorgeous
Kong
lizard.
versus Godzilla back in I think it was the 60s or 70s. They had this in the Japanese version. Godzilla won. In the US version, King Kong won. Fun fact:
So you're saying you're countryist?
a little
Nationalist.
bit, yes, for our country.
Next question is, would you rather be Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark? You want to be super rich dude
Or super rich dude?
or super rich dude? It's your call.
So this
With toys. I should have said with toys. Super rich
tough.
dude with toys. Is it really, Kent? Is that tough for
it's
you?
not tough at all. Well, actually, it is kind of because Tony Stark was normal and kind of like a growth fun. I mean, like this rich kid up until he got basically his heart removed and has shrapnel going towards his heart, which isn't fun. And then Bruce Wayne had his parents killed right in front of him. That's kind of, ugh.
Shrapnel heart or emotional scars?
What kind of scars do you want?
Do you want to know how I got these scars, Kent?
Ooh, that's good. So what's your answer?
I'm going to go with Bruce Wayne, but not just any Bruce Wayne. I'm going with the Bruce Wayne from the animated series because he seems the most well-adjusted.
He
came
is
out on
well
top.
adjusted.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I just fight crime.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm wealthy.
He's all
I'm
about
okay,
justice.
I'm happy. It's all good.
Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne. There's no question about it.
I am shocked by these answers.
Well, and also just Tony Stark, he has facial hair. And
Yes, facial. I don't know.
Joel hates
facial
facial
hair
hair.
envy, maybe.
no, he has but he also has. I remember, like in the comics, especially they played it up a little bit in the movies, but in the comics, he has a major drinking problem too,
Yeah.
and he's kind of just depressed all the time. So
But how would you feel as Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, but if
like,
it's you, then you can do whatever you want.
the fact that you exist as a vigilante, you basically have created all the villains around you. You are
No.
almost the reason for Gotham being the way it is.
no,
Kind of. Think
kind
about
of.
it.
Don't put this blame on yourself, Bruce. It's not your fault.
Thanks, Bruce.
That's a bacon bit. Okay, next question. What was the first movie that made you walk out of a theater? Or have you never walked out?
I've never walked out. I won't do it. I must complete whatever I begin, whether it's a bad TV series or a movie.
Man, there's a joke in there.
There probably is, but even Spring Breakers, I stayed the entire time, and I so badly wanted to leave. I just couldn't. I've never left, never will.
I don't think I've ever... Well, no, that's not true. I have walked out of a theater, but it's because my kids were being rowdy and we were done. So I walked out of Princess and the Frog. Does that count?
That's so sad.
Well, it's just...
It's a nice movie.
We were there at the theater and the kids were being rowdy and I just went, okay, we're just going to pack it up and go now.
Is it because you just felt like, why bother?
At that point, they were just getting crazy and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. But I usually don't go see movies unless I really want to see them. Like, I'm not like Kent where I have to go see crap movies in the theaters.
Right.
And so I don't think I've really walked out of a movie, but I have not finished a few, like on DVD at home. Like, meh, I'm good.
Well, that doesn't really count because walking out of a theater is like a thing.
You're making
right?
a statement.
Yeah.
It is. And that's why, it's just turning off the DVD and be like, I'm not going to finish this movie. Rarely happens.
I walked out of Me, Myself, and Irene. I mean, it's kind of a kid. I was like, ugh, this is gross and not what I expected. I'm just not in the mood for this. And I left.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, it was maybe 10 minutes in, something like that.
Yeah, you saved yourself some time, for sure.
Yeah, the movie hasn't really made a cultural impact or
Do
anything.
you remember those guys, the Farrelly brothers?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to them?
Remember they one really good movie and then everything else was okay?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you
A
like
Shadow?
their, the hit each other, laugh, the Three Stooges. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
I didn't think it was terrible.
That's your favorite movie, right? That's like your Gallivant.
No. I haven't defended that on every episode of Baconsale.
All right. So if you could be the PA for any celebrity or Hollywood bigwig
The production assistant?
for a month, who would it be and why?
It's like an assistant to someone. We could be assistant for any Hollywood
Like to go
bigwig,
get their coffee? Is that what you're saying?
basically.
Yeah, just be
Or to
their-
like learn the tricks of the trade?
Yeah, you could say Shadow.
I don't think I'd shadow the shadow.
The Shadow knows. if you
So
will.
Alec Baldwin is out.
Alec Baldwin's out. I'm going to have to go with Nathan Fillion. For some reason, I just think he'd be really cool.
Just to hang out with them?
Just to hang out with him.
I mean, you should probably find someone who's employed, though, don't you think?
doesn't matter. Great. Now he's not going to come on the show. Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm so happy right now.
He does work.
Yeah.
He was on American Housewife not too long ago.
Oh, no, he got a job in,
He's on a lot of pilots.
St. Clarita's Diet. I think he had an episode, right?
Did he?
He's going to be
I
in a
watched the
new
pilot, and
ABC
he
show
was-
called The Rookie that's going to last a couple
That's
episodes.
right. Yeah, he is employed.
Isn't it sad
for him.
that a
I'm
show
glad
like,
he's back.
was it Castle Bones, whatever it was, lasted
Castle.
like 19 seasons? And the role he's known for was like 13 episodes.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Yeah, I have to go Nolan on this one. I would want to go
surprise.
with a director or screenwriter, someone that could actually teach me something
But Ken-
about filmmaking.
What if you shouldn't meet your hero?
That's true. And I'd have to buy a nice suit as well. And then it would
Is he
be
into that?
and then it would be like he likes suits. He likes suits. And then it would be like the many faces of Eve. Basically, that's what that would turn into, and I would become the next Christopher Nolan.
You're just going to single white female him?
Yep, a little bit. Is that okay?
It's a good plan. All right, what's your favorite 80s comedy?
For me, it's got to be probably Three Amigos. Like that's the one that one of my
Good
all-time
choice.
favorite comedies. I love it. Ghostbusters would be up there.
Yeah, does that count, Ghostbusters?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
For
what
sure.
else is it?
I mean, I just want to go straight, like a straightforward comedy or like a hybrid comedy or something like that.
I guess it's comedy horror.
Because mine
but-
would probably be Ghostbusters as
Okay,
well.
then I'll say Three Amigos. You can say Ghostbusters. We can
or
come to
like
an
Better
agreement.
Off Dead, but Ghostbusters.
Oh, Fletch should be up there too. There's so many good 80s comedies.
There really are.
That's
There
a
are a
hard
few.
question. That is another show we should do.
Eddie
80s
Murphy,
comedies.
Eddie Murphy has some there too, doesn't he? So does Steve Martin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got great comedies back in the 80s. Although I've noticed that some of them haven't aged as well.
Right.
Like I tried to show a younger person. I was like, hey, watch this movie. It's so funny. And I think I gave him Fletch. And they got back and they're like, yeah, it's not funny, man. And I'm like, what? You should see Fletch Lives.
Probably Arthur.
Arthur!
Yeah?
That's totally my pick.
I know, of course it is.
I forgot about Arthur, actually. That's fantastic.
The Butler's good.
The movie is amazing. Go watch Arthur, everyone. It's funny.
The remake with Russell Brand.
Oh my gosh, don't
Stop
watch that
it.
one. Watch the
Blasphemy.
original with,
It's actually a funny movie. You're the one that told me to watch it.
I can't remember his name suddenly.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore, thanks.
It's
yeah.
fine, but Academy Award
Yeah,
winning?
dude.
Dude,
There's no
it's
way.
so great. It's
What
so
was
funny.
wrong with the early 80s?
It's just
80s,
the
there were some
song.
issues.
Isn't it just the song?
I think
If you
the
get
Butler
that-
actually got nominated too for Best Supporting Actor.
Really?
I can't remember his name, but yes.
Belvedere.
Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere, yes. He got nominated
The
for Best
movie is
Supporting
great. I will watch it right now.
Actor. Let's do it.
Are there any kids TV shows that you guys watch without your kids around? Actually, I have a confession right now. I'll
Yeah.
start this one. So I showed my nephews. They came out to visit, and I was watching. I'd watched. It's called Legend of Monkey, something like that. I can't remember. Actually,
it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's Netflix.
It's like Monkey King, but then Next Generation.
And so
how do you guys know about this?
And so I showed it to them because I'd watched an episode just kind of like offhandedly. It's actually kind of good, and it's.
Hey Joel,
totally
he says that, I never actually listen.
It's always right every time. Tell me one time I was wrong.
I don't know.
I would never. That's the answer.
Take it easy.
Never. Anyway, so yeah, that's mine. Because after they left, I was like, I'm going to finish that season actually because that was kind of interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I think as you know, when I was watching educational shows, that's kind of what I consider this to be. Maybe I'd watch educational cartoons.
Hooray, the Super Eater saved the day.
Yes, we're the worst. But I watched all of them, and I watched them even when like they fell asleep for naps back in the day, whether it was Backyardigans or Sid the Science Kid. I think the ones I'd probably watch if, like, let's say they left the room and I would still sit there and not turn the channel would be like Shaun the Sheep or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen most of them. Odd Squad was kind of, there was something to that one. Justice League, does that count? That was just for me.
Well,
I think that counts.
I guess, but it's your heroes.
Of course, it's just too easy.
I mean, obviously, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I've watched multiple times without my kids.
That's more of a Joel show rather
that's
than
an
a kid show.
amazing show. But it's a kid's show. It's a Nickelodeon show.
Yep.
But it also turns into this amazing drama that you really should watch. Phineas and Ferb, I pulled up a couple times just on my own to watch because I enjoyed that one. I did watch the first like 5 episodes of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic one time just to kind of get to know the show. I think maybe it was for Baconsale. I can't remember, but I watched it without
Please, you love this show.
No, I think it's like that's what got me into it. Was watching it, and I was like, "Oh, it's actually pretty entertaining." But I haven't really watched it since then by myself.
Same.
I always have to bring kids in the room. I'm like, "Kids, let's watch it,"
because it is kind of clever. But it's
funny.
just
They got some
I'll
fun
never
ones
be
there.
caught dead watching it by myself.
Maybe. If I got nothing else
Let's
to
watch
watch
it after the show.
Let's do that.
Why is Star Trek such a big blind spot for you two?
I wonder who this is from.
Jacob.
Is it from Jacob?
I don't know.
No.
It's not a blind spot, but we just can't speak of it in a way where we're experts at this point.
Have
I don't
you
even know if we're savvy enough.
Have you watched Star Trek episodes?
Next Gen.
You've watched Next Generation.
I know enough of it that I can say Next Gen.
Have you seen it all the way through?
Probably not.
No.
But
Okay.
I would say most of it.
And Joel, you started the original
I
series.
started the
know.
original series. It's slow going, but I'm still watching it. And I like I said, I used to always see clips of Next Generation on TV, and I know the characters. Like if you say Data or Worf or
Q,
Wesley, like
Riker.
I'll know what they look like. Riker, yeah. Troy, she's hot.
she's like
You're into
she's
the
like,
empath, huh?
She's like 1987
That's
That's about right.
still
Yeah.
hot.
And that's hot again, right? Isn't that how that works?
That's true.
Riker was hot too, but no. The point is that I don't know enough about it to speak about it, and there's so much to.
Have you seen all the movies?
I've seen maybe, like I said, 6 of the movies. Maybe.
I have seen all the movies, and I would say a third of them are decent.
That's about right, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the major ones. I saw Wrath of Khan, which was really big, and that one freaked me out because those earworms.
Yeah.
And
horrifying.
then I've seen the rebooted ones. I've seen a couple in between there. So I still have never seen an episode of Next Generation, but I've seen a lot of
you
clips. One day I'll get there.
That is top tier television.
After I
No,
get done.
it's not top tier at
It
all.
is. It
It's
is.
87 top tier.
Yeah, it's 90s.
1987 top
Which,
tier.
by the way, is not back in fashion. So
no, 90s. No, top tier.
It is
not
top
like
tier.
it is
Next,
not. All they do
Gen
is stare at the
great.
screen and do diplomacy.
Dude, you have Picard there. He brings gravitas to that stuff.
he's great.
He is great. He is great. No,
but
that is
instead
an
of make it
excellent
so,
show.
it's make it slow. That's the
Oh,
draw. show.
man.
Oh my gosh, that's
That
shameful.
needling. No, and that's because I'm not against Star Trek at all. I just I can't speak to it as an expert. 'Cause
But
I haven't been able to get
admittedly, it
into
is a blind spot for us.
Oh, totally. But I
Yeah.
just haven't been able to get into it. That's why I'm trying to watch the original series.
And I actually get what you're saying. It's not, it's not engaging by current
Engage.
standard.
I get it.
Engage, yeah, exactly. But it, man, it is so watchable, really, and it makes you think too. I love Next Gen. All right, so next section is going to be all about Baconsale.
Oh, we get to talk about us.
Oh, like we haven't been doing that for the last half hour.
Yeah, this is going to go great. All right, so the question is, and maybe you guys can help me understand what they even mean by this. Which one of you is the most acquainted with memes?
Most acquainted with memes.
I'm not sure what they mean. But like, how do you get acquainted with me? Do you use them the most?
It's not Jacob then.
Yeah. Do you know what a meme is, Jake?
Do you pronounce it Mimi? Yeah.
I'm going to say on this one, I'm going to pass the the baton to Joel.
Thank
I think
you. I
Joel,
will take that baton.
Do
who
we
runs
interpret
our
this?
social media. I think he has a pretty good handle on memes.
Well, and I love seeing memes pop up, new memes, and seeing how they're, forming and changing and seeing how people use them. And I watch some YouTube channels where they talk about popular memes, and so I get to learn about them as they're happening, and then as they die out, and news,
If you could just have
and
one-
news channels start to use them.
Yeah,
Joel, if you could just have one character like to make all your memes, or maybe one show, what show or character would it be?
No, you mean like which meme is like one of my favorites?
No.
This is Jake. This is you not being acquainted with memes by asking that question.
I have no idea what the question is.
No, so if you have
Are you saying like Forever Alone troll face? Is that what you mean?
so no, say you pull like you're only pulling memes from The Office, right?
Okay.
And like you say, like if I only had one show to pick, I would only pull
Most of the memes
from
don't
The
really
Office.
come from shows, though.
What do you mean they don't come from shows?
Okay, the question is answered. We got the answer here. So it goes Joel, me, then somewhere down in the valley.
You can get memes from anything.
No, you can get memes from anything.
I
but
mean, and gifts too, but yeah, you can get memes from
I
anything.
get presents from someone.
No, gifts.
Right, I want a present. No, but one of my favorites, I don't know why, but Bad Luck Brian,
Yeah.
I get the biggest kick out of Bad Luck Brian. Almost every meme that happens. Like I just saw one recently that says, boycotts the Solo movie, Obi-Wan movie gets canceled. And I'm just like, yeah, that's how the public feels.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, memes are kind of dead though, right?
No, they are not. If
They
you're
are.
acquainted with memes, you'd know.
I am acquainted with memes. I teach about memes. They're dying.
Oh no.
They might need to hand back that
No,
diploma.
Gen Z hates memes actually. So
Please stop. Gen Z hates memes.
they do.
Is that what your class is about?
I don't have to.
Jacob, do more.
They don't use them.
Do more cool talk. This is fun.
Talk to the kids. Hey, fellow
Okay.
cool kids.
You guys are old.
Hello, fellow young. What is it? Hello, fellow youngsters. What is it? Oh, that's another meme. Yeah.
You guys laugh, but you don't know. You don't know.
Guys, we're doing it's not even a millennial show anymore. It's a Gen Z show featuring Jake,
That is it.
your professor Jake.
All right, you ready?
No.
If Baconsale is played by the Muppets,
What?
who would they be? And then they say, "I see Jacob as Scooter." I had to look that up too. I was like, I don't
You know
know.
who Scooter is?
I don't know.
He's
Muppets
Skeeter's
that
brother.
well. And then and it says they suggest that one of you is Kermit and the other one's Miss Piggy. But let you guys work that out.
Hold on. They don't give us a choice to be a character. We have to decide
Well, not-
who's Kermit or Miss Piggy.
They said who it would be, but I don't see it as a
You can
Kermit.
go with other ones, but
The thing is, I don't see it as a Kermit Miss Piggy relationship. I see
you're
it more,
Fozzie
I
for
see it-
sure. Come on, bad jokes.
I think you're Fozzie.
Waka waka. No, you are.
I think I'm Kermit
you're not Rizzo.
because you're over there like Marvel movies. Am I right, folks? Waka waka waka. And I'm like, come on, Kent. Let's calm down and be nice to everyone.
That's so true. That's accurate actually.
So yeah,
You're like, I fold. I'm in.
Although unless I would be Miss Piggy in that relationship as well.
you think so?
And I always get overheated.
That was
as
your Miss
well.
Piggy?
Yes, it was.
Never before.
If you could, who would you pick to play yourself in a movie, and who would you want to direct it? And you could also, and they also say, who would you pick to play each other, which is kind of funny too. So you're picking who would play you, who's going to direct this movie,
is
and then
another,
pick for us.
Full show right here.
It is a full show. I feel like we've done this one
That's
before.
what. Just do it off the cuff. Let's not do too much thinking about it.
I'm being played by Evan Peters.
Who's Evan Peters?
He played Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
Okay.
And Joel, you were being played by Josh Hutcherson.
Thank you. I think.
You're welcome. And Jake, you were being played by Timothy Oliphant, who I know you love.
All right, I'm in.
And it's being directed by Mark Webb. Mark Webb, who did 500 Days of Summer.
Okay, I can see that.
Right.
I kind of saw you going with that one, actually. That's funny. I was trying to remember. I was like, who's the 500 Days of Summer guy?
So, Joel, I gave you some time.
You
What
did.
about you?
Well, obviously Brad Pitt would be me. Can't you be played by Andrew Garfield?
Oh, thank
And
you.
Jacob,
Do you like how I'm all like, aw.
and Jacob, you get Timothy Oliphant again.
Again. Nice. Okay.
Why
You thought
not?
about this? Who would you direct? Who would you get to direct this
Well,
movie?
of course it would be Yui Bowl.
Oh, that's so
No,
sad.
it wouldn't be.
Seen by 12 people.
I'm terrible with this because I don't really know like who could bring what to the table because my story is just kind of fine. Like I don't have like an amazing story to tell, so someone really have to spice it up. Tim Burton.
You know, I was about to say I'll have Timothy Oliphant play me as well, But you know who really needs to play me?
Who?
This would be what's fun. Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I can see that.
Yeah.
A little bit of wish fulfillment.
It is totally wish fulfillment.
Someone 12 years your senior playing you, but
He's not that much older.
Because Timothy Olyphant isn't.
Yeah, Timothy Olyphant is. He's like 50.
I can't tell how old he is behind the teeth.
You can't see anything but those. Okay, here's the next question. Are we going to do a 80s new wave one-hit wonder bracket?
Yes.
Yes.
Are there enough of those, Joel?
I actually have a whole spreadsheet full of those that we're going to get all prepped and ready. So look forward to that.
All right, so which show topic has been your least favorite? Not necessarily which show has been least favorite, but which topic do you think was dumb or did you dread discussing, etc.? That's actually a good question.
Wow.
I have a couple. There's a couple I think of.
Do indulgence, Jake.
You have to realize almost every time Kent and I are like, yes, yes, yes. And Jacob goes, no, the audience is going to hate that.
So, Jake,
That happens.
tell us.
Well, the first one I think of is actually my fault. It's the season of our discontent. Is that what we called it?
The winter
show?
Discontent.
Yeah. Where we talked about the seasons, right?
Just the one season. We didn't want to do all of them.
What's the season show where we talked about
Winter.
Didn't we rank?
Ranksgiving?
We ranked Ranksgiving.
Ranksgiving.
That was the holidays.
No, that's the holidays. I'm okay with that one. Where we ranked seasons, we talked about what seasons were our favorite.
That was in the winter show.
That was the winter show, right?
Yeah.
The winter of our discontent.
Yeah,
that one.
I liked that one.
Also, the American history one. That one was rough.
Wait, did you think it was rough, like going
yeah, it's
into
not which
it,
show you
or
like, it's
after
which
the
I did
fact?
going into it.
No, it was hard from the start because that's not an easy topic. It's like, okay, let's make American history funny. And then we do a quiz show, and it was kind of doubled up on bad is what happened. It's a hard topic, and it didn't play that great. So those are my picks.
I can't really think of anything, honestly. I know we sometimes fight about ideas, and it takes like so many different versions. We even talked about this in the last episode.
What about this show?
No, I was all about this show. People planning our content, thank you very much.
I'll come up with a couple. Every time Ken brings up a pitch show, I get nervous and
Dude,
sweaty.
you do so good, though.
But
You
I
really do.
But no, they put so much stress on me though. Like honestly, I have ulcers after pitch shows.
Okay.
And then almost every time Kent brings up, "Hey, what if we do a show all about?" And he starts like, mostly it's pitch shows again. He's like, "We pick a director, we pick a producer, we pick a grip, we pick a best boy, we pick let's do lighting guys." Like actually, that's the same thing. But
We
yeah.
all know Jake is the best boy. Actually, in the same vein, since because you don't like pitch shows, there have been a few versus shows in the past year. I've been like, dude, I don't got freaking time for this because
are
I
rough.
know I'm going to be heated during these versus shows because Joel knows how to push like at least 4 out of 5 of my buttons. Don't try to guess where the buttons are, Joel. Boop.
He knows.
Finger boop. But no, there's sometimes I get stressed in advance, even
that
though
round butt, isn't it,
I
Joel?
enjoy the show after the fact. So
Just
it would
say,
be versus shows.
just say he has a flat butt, Joel.
Which is funny because like versus shows are what Baconsale almost was formed on.
It's so true.
That's
It's
what
true.
we wanted to
And in
do.
fact,
Was like
even
every
last
show is
week
going to
when
be
we
versus.
got we're not even contentious enough now, so we should probably do some more.
Although when we do, people are like, "Stop fighting, Mom and Dad."
Stop fighting, Kermit.
It's true.
and
Yeah, you
Fozzie.
guys don't fight nearly enough.
We're sorry.
Yeah, we got to do something next week.
Yeah, I like a good versus show though. I really like. To me, I'm always having fun with it, but you do tend to get angry during
Oh
those
yeah.
shows.
Oh yeah.
All right, so next question. What would you say we've learned about running a podcast through 4 seasons of Baconsale? That
Well, that's deep.
and what do we know now
What is
that
this,
we
like
wish
a
we'd
series
known then?
finale?
Man, well, this is our series finale. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody. It's your last show.
So I'll say this: there's a couple different facets of what I do. Like I do the editing, and I only run it on GarageBand, and so I only know that program. But I have learned things with every season of how to make it sound just a little bit better. And you think after one version, I'd be like, okay, I've got it. But then like a year later, I'm like, why didn't I ever do this? And then I hate going back to old episodes and listening.
Yeah.
That said, I have learned that it's good just to put out the content, because if we waited, and I tell people this when they start out the podcast, they're like, I want it to be perfect from episode 1. I'm like, no. Just do a show. Just get it out.
Yeah.
I would actually say there's a balance to that too, because we recorded 2 shows before we released
trial
one.
shows, right?
Trial
Yeah.
shows. Like,
Yeah.
make sure you do test. You got to do test runs.
Do-do.
Have a test run. See how you sound. Fix things. Do it again. Do that one more time. Alpha, beta testing. You need to do that stuff. Don't just go straight out. But Kent's right. Don't put it off forever.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll never have anything.
I would say find people that you're pretty like-minded with as well, because, like, for example, Joel and I disagree a lot, but at the same time,
do
we know.
not.
Yes, we do.
We don't, Christopher Nolan lover.
But I saved you for him. I saved you for him.
Inside
but
jokes on
at least,
Baconsale.
at least like someone you're united with that you can have a plan, because there's no way we would have done a show this long without kind of having not like a grand plan over 4 years. We had no idea, but we at least wanted to go like say 6 months.
Oh,
Well, we did something of a plan though, because we decided not to focus on news, not to focus on that sort of thing. We did evergreen content.
But that happened kind of as we were doing it, because our first show, which I feel bad every time someone goes back and listens to our first show and they listen to that one, and it's like, the audio quality is not that great. Our topics are kind of all over the place. We kind of just end.
The trouble too is, I mean, this is the most listened to episode.
Well, we
is
got
the unblockable kick.
Well, it's because everyone wants to start at the beginning.
Yeah, they want to start at the beginning.
It's a very good place to start.
I think
Except it's not.
Joel, do you have one?
Oh, yeah, because I was going to say one thing that Dan Tennant, our buddy Dan Tennant, said was he's like, you need some way to kind of wrap up the show because it kind of just ends and it's over. And so the fact that we have that kind of tail end of where we tell people where you can find us, it's that trigger to be like, okay, we're ending the show now. Get ready for the outro music. Oh, you turned it off? Oh, well, it was funny. You should know.
By the way, Jake will be teaching a course about podcasting and how Gen Z doesn't like podcasting. If you want to find
No,
all
they're
of our
in,
tips
they're, in,
and
they're into
tricks.
podcasting for
Oh,
sure.
are they?
Yeah, podcasting is in. In fact, they want a whole class on it.
But
But
also,
no,
like we could probably talk about this for like a whole bacon bit on like how to
could.
start a podcast.
Well, one thing we started doing that I really like that I wish we would have kind of done from the beginning is the outline, the yearly outline.
Yes.
Because that kind of gives us some structure. It gives us a framework that we can work with, but then we can jump in and out of it as needed. But that's really helped instead, because we don't work together anymore.
No.
And it used to be we could talk about it during the week. What are we going to do? What are we
Yeah.
going to do? And we didn't really plan for the day when it was going to be like, oh, we can't do this anymore. And then we had to think week by week.
In fact, we always used to say then, like, man, if we didn't work together, this wouldn't be possible. And it wouldn't have been back then.
No.
And somehow.
Yeah, we've just gotten to know each other well enough
Hey,
now.
guys. Love you.
Love you too.
I'm leaving the show.
What a good time.
Okay, next question. This will be a quote, but it says, like you did the Mother's episode, at some point, will you do a Spouses of Baconsale episode?
Wow, that's risky.
It would be. And I'll let you know right now, my wife would probably not want to do it.
Really?
She is.
Dude, she's hilarious.
She is. She's very. I mean, she's witty. She's funny, but she's also very self-conscious. Like she's told me a number of times, never pull me up on stage on Quick Wits. I'm not gonna do well up there. And she doesn't like to talk on the pod. Like she doesn't like to present or perform in front of people. She gets very shy when that happens.
But
And
let's
so-
just say about 4 years from now, when I'm remarried, would she actually do a show? I'm just saying in the future, would she be willing to do a show? I think it would be hilarious.
It would be good. My wife gets really nervous too for stuff like this. And then she always makes like these like weird like social blunders, like where she'll say something that's kind of racist or something, where she never
Perfect.
would in like reality.
Yeah.
But then when she gets nervous or something, then she'll say something that's really offensive.
Whoops! I was accidentally racist.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're going to have to
mistake.
do this.
Yeah.
It's going to take some convincing.
Okay, this is a question just for you, Kent. This is
Good.
Fine.
This is a good one. Has there been a time since becoming a movie critic when you've just sort of inside wished you could just go back to not worrying about it and just enjoy the movie?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's tough because I even before I was a critic, I thought this way since about 1999. I've always been a little bit jaded. I guess I've been jaded since 1999 is what I'm trying to say.
What happened to you in 99?
I don't know. I watched good movies and I couldn't accept lower forms
Did
of
we talk
movies.
about that? Dan Farnsworth kind of
Yeah, we did.
made you into a snob.
I wish I didn't have to write about average movies. And by the way, 70% of the movies I see per year are really average.
No,
And so I-
70% is
that low.
average.
Yeah.
So average is average.
Yes, average is average. So I really like writing good reviews. I like writing really bad reviews where I just rip something apart. But when it's just a movie that's like, it's okay, it's a C+. Like I don't even want to dedicate 500 words to that or even talk about it or waste my time seeing it.
The problem is I've heard it said that critics are out of touch with the common man because they watch more movies than the average person.
There's some truth to that.
So there's much more to compare it by. Because honestly, you walk into, I don't know, I can't think of one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. If you hadn't seen any other movie before that,
Right.
it would be amazing. Like it would be one of those movies that would blow your mind. But because we've seen the same thing over and again, the same jokes over and over again, these are the sequels, mind you.
Yes.
Then you walk into it with kind of a different perception.
Well, here's the thing that's different between maybe me and anyone that goes to the movies just, paying is people just want to be entertained. And I don't quite understand that because I want to make my time worth it and I want to be challenged.
You want like an epiphany of some
I
sort.
kind of do.
Right? Like
and
with
I know
yeah.
that's wrong to ask that of every movie. But being entertained is not enough. I do want to escape, but that's
Are you
different
not
than
entertained?
being. There you go. Escape is different than entertainment for me, which sounds weird. I know. Yeah.
All right, next question. If we could pick a mascot for Baconsale, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Giant talking strip of bacon?
Probably a pig.
Like
it could be
Gumby.
a pig.
Oh, a pig. Yeah, a pig. That's pretty good.
Yeah, a pig with a bow tie. Baconsale, maybe.
Oh, that's cute.
And then we could give him a tattoo on the side that says Baconsale.
Like a brand?
Yeah.
You're going to brand our mess pit?
It's a tattoo. It's not a brand.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a heated iron on the
You
pole.
just
Just a
said
needle.
that.
Just a needle.
Yeah, just a needle.
Poking into him
Just
over
a
and over
tattoo.
again.
We're going to tattoo
a
a
tattoo.
pig.
It could be a sticker.
I don't know. Like, it'd be fun to put like some sort of creature that we all think is really cool.
The real question is, how long do we wait until we eat our pet pig?
I think.
Who's the animal now?
Oh, don't eat Porky.
Oh, Porky the Baconsale pig.
Oh,
that's so cute.
No, we get sued by Looney Tunes if we did that.
Oh, yeah.
His name would have to be like Kevin.
Kevin, it is. And again, it'll be like, I can't wait till we eat Kevin. Okay, what was your most embarrassing moment on Baconsale?
Well, I don't want to bring it up again because one of those moments when I what I said was not really the intention of what I meant, and it was
What did you say?
Picking up forks with your butt
That's
cheeks?
the one.
Is that really
That's
it?
the one.
I did not expect that.
I was not getting this is on the bathroom etiquette of Baconsale, and we were talking about toilet seats, and you guys were worried about germs on the toilet seats. And I was like, look, I was explaining that, look, that's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not my hands on the toilet seat at all. I'm not concerned about it, but you guys weren't getting it. So then I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, and it was that I'm not going to be picking up, was it forks? I'm not going to be picking up utensils with my butt cheeks.
You just said it again.
I know. But it's in reference. And I remember going, as soon as it came out, I'm like, I'm going to regret that. And then, yeah, ever since then, it's been a constant reminder. Every time that gets, I've had people bring that up to me. Like, when you said that on the bathroom etiquette show, that was hilarious. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, it actually is pretty funny. I mean,
It is, but when I'm the family friendly guy around here, and I
it is.
drop something
That's
like
kind
that.
of why
I'm
it
like,
works, though. That's kind of why it's funny. Mine is actually, it's
A little bit ago when you were talking memes,
No.
Gen Z.
I'll have a lesson for you guys after we're done. It's actually the one the listener didn't really get. It was the first What Would Baconsale Do? Joel, you said something really funny. I can't remember what it was in relation to. Oh yeah, you were doing the Jigsaw voice about the shopping carts.
oh yeah, about the
and
5 feral cats.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
you just mixed it, and for some reason, I had all this stress about that show because it was hard to figure out those questions, and I just lost it. I mean, I could not stop laughing for like 10 minutes, and.
You guys both did. We had to pause the recording.
Yeah, I mean,
It was
like,
pretty great.
It was kind of embarrassing for me because I could not stop. It just kept going. I just kept laughing. I couldn't quit.
So your embarrassing moment is
It didn't even really happen.
laughing.
On the show. Well, he cut some of it at the end
Yeah.
so that they could hear, and I was just going, "I'm dying, I'm dying."
I was going to say my poor showing in the American history quiz that haunts me. Like I knew.
Does it really?
It does because I knew.
It's just a one-off show, though.
I knew those answers though, and it drove me nuts that I couldn't get them out. And the ones I didn't know were the ones you didn't know, and so I was like, oh, it was just embarrassing.
Can you think of other embarrassing ones?
I mean,
for us?
here's the thing. My voice cracks all the time, but I don't really get embarrassed at this point. Dating former guests, that's probably a thing. It's pretty humiliating in retrospect.
I'm not bringing any more of my female friends on the show anymore.
for sure. I don't know.
We should bring on some really shady ones just to see how far you go. Okay, guys. So next section is going to be a lightning round. Okay.
All right.
This is the personal section, and so it's mostly just questions about us.
All right. So quick answers.
All right. So first is favorite colors.
Turquoise.
Blue.
Let's answer as fast as we can. Okay. No thinking. Just go with it.
All right. You have to have one of these as your only footwear. Nothing else is allowed to go on your feet. Do you choose flip-flops or snow boots? This is totally...
That's the
would
only
you
one you
rather.
get to choose?
Yeah, you have to wear flip-flops forever or snow boots forever. Which is it going to be?
Flip-flops.
Snow boots. They're comfy.
Yeah, but snow
summer?
boots all the time? Like moon boots?
Yeah, I'm not going to wear flip flops
In
in the
summer?
winter. I'm not walking through the snow
No.
in
Flip-flops.
flip-flops.
You don't have to
Flip-flops.
go outside.
Yeah, flip-flops all the way.
I think I think moon boots and shorts are going to be a really winning combination. Wait, okay, short answers. Sorry.
Tell us one conspiracy theory that you actually believe in.
Oh,
Wow. That's,
I don't know if I believe in it, but there's something going on with the JFK assassination.
that's mine. Actually, it's not the second shooter because I don't really believe that, but I do believe the CIA or FBI or someone was
you
involved.
believe that Puff Daddy killed Notorious B.I.G.
I do believe that.
That's true.
But I really think it was wrapped up too tightly with the death of Lee Harvey Oswald as well, followed right after, and RFK dying soon after
Jack
as well.
Ruby dying after killing Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yes, exactly. Like everything is too tightly knit that the smoking man has
This
to be
is
involved.
an episode.
That's really
Oh, that conspiracy episode. That's a great episode.
Bigfoot's out there.
Yeah.
No, I in Northern California, there's a Bigfoot museum there, and they have actual like evidence of like prints and things that they've captured, and it's kind of uncomfortable that they have so much actual material evidence.
No, I've actually in Dealey Plaza in Dallas, they have a conspiracy museum for the JFK assassination.
Ooh.
It's pretty entertaining in there. So yeah, I guess that would be one.
Okay, guys, if we could spend one day in each other's this is so weird. If you could spend a day in each other's bodies
Oh, no.
for 24 hours, which other member of Baconsale would you choose to switch with, and then what would you do?
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy.
What?
What?
I think it's super easy.
I'd be you.
I'd be Jake.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be you just because I can walk around with my black critic movie card and go to all the movies and be like, look how
that's true.
important I am. I could take a lunch and go see a movie. Oh, I'm going to take another break and go see a movie.
You can borrow
stressed
my
about leaving
card.
work.
I'm going to get him fired because I'm going to go see all the movies.
I'd be Jake because I'd want to teach Gen Zs about memes.
It would be fun to be Jake just for a day to see what he does.
No, that seriously, I have no idea.
It's mysterious.
I'd play Diablo 3 for at least 22 hours.
I want to do that. Don't be
you have
me.
time to do that.
I wish I did.
Yeah. Jacob, what about you?
I'd be Kent just so I could go and make tons of right decisions just for like one day.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Had that coming. All right, guys. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Cindy Crawford.
Linda Carter.
Ooh.
Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah.
What? That was like 96.
Yeah.
You waited 15 years.
He didn't
Celebrity
associate
crush,
with
eh?
he didn't associate with other people until that point.
Oh, that's true. All you knew was your sister.
It just took me that long to be impressed. What hidden talents do we have?
Jeez, I hate this question. Every time I think of talents, like all the talent shows, it's always singing, dancing. That's basically talents, and I don't have those.
I don't know of a random thing I can do. Kent's trying to
Kent's
put
put
his foot behind his head.
Memorization.
I used to be able to put
Used to be able
my
to-
foot behind my head.
Like I say, I'm good at. You used to be able to. Or you still can.
I'm going to try right now, but my pants will rip. Like,
Sure, that's the reason. Prove it. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, she's almost done it.
close. Got to stretch out. How you feeling there, buddy?
I'll get there by the end of the night.
Memorization. If I'm really dedicated to it, if I try, I can memorize stuff and it will stick with me for a while. Like I can still remember monologues that I learned back in junior high.
Your mom said that.
Oh yeah. The Romeo and Juliet thing. Yeah, and it's just stuck with me since I memorized it.
I memorized pointless facts, like movie facts, like IMDb stuff.
Yeah, that trivia is in there, but like, yeah, maybe that's a hidden talent. Is like the word for word kind of stuff. If I hear it enough, I can repeat it.
I can shimmy really well.
You can
Shimmy, prove it.
Yeah. Really? Right now? It's a podcast.
while putting your leg behind your head.
I actually
Hold
was
on,
put my arm
let me get my phone.
No, we'll stop there. What about you, Jake?
Hidden talent. Actually, the word hidden kind of does bring up a thing because I'm really good at sales, and I never use that talent. Not since I was like a kid.
You've manipulated me quite a few times.
No.
Oh, you're right. He never has.
His Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
But yeah, hidden talent. Yeah, that's one that's kind of hidden because I definitely don't use it, and it's far from the persona I have on this show as well. You can delete one holiday from existence. What holiday is it going to be?
Hilton Day.
Oh,
Sorry, friend.
He's been burned. Now it's over.
you can't delete it.
I'm going
It's in
to.
my heart. I get rid of April Fool's Day.
Yeah, it's so annoying, right?
I've never been
Really?
a fan because people just don't know. People don't know their limits. It's the same thing. What were we, offset etiquette? It's like you can give people an inch, but then other people will take a mile, and it gets out of control. So, yeah, I've never been a big fan of April Fool's Day.
What movie character is closest to your personality?
Oh my gosh,
That's a good question.
it is. But this is
Have you
what
ever
I'd
really
like to-
identified with somebody?
I'd like to. I remember when when Can't Hardly Wait came out in '98. Ethan Embry's character, the main kid's character.
Yeah, that's totally you.
I totally felt like him. Except for the fact that I talked to my crush in high school, like during the year. I didn't wait till the last day.
Like a normal person.
Yeah,
Right.
But I totally
Like, that
related
kid
to
had
him.
problems.
A lot of the lovesick characters back in the day, and even like Christian from Moulin Rouge. When I watched
Christian
that.
Grey.
No, not Christian Grey. Not Christian Grey.
That's you. That's totally you.
But Christian in Moulin Rouge. When I watched that, and like when the early 2000s, I was
really
like,
do
"That's
like it."
totally me. Oh, it's the lovesick.
You and the
fool.
lovesick, yeah.
That was totally me.
I'm going to go with Rob Gordon from High Fidelity.
Okay,
This character's always
that's
been
John Cusack or is
John
that-
Cusack.
Okay, yeah.
He has top 5 lists, whether it's ranking the top 5 women he's dated or not dated, or favorite bands, favorite movies in every category. And so he's more jaded, but he's lovesick but jaded as well. So that's me for sure.
All right. Jacob, do you have a movie character you associate with? I mean, besides
Tom Cruise?
obviously Patrick Bateman.
Is it?
Bateman?
I get it. I get it.
All right.
Okay. Now I'm really wondering who Patrick Bateman is.
Norman Bates.
No, but that's not the same guy.
No,
Patrick Bateman is played by Christian Bale in the movie American Psycho.
American Psycho, that's low, man.
it's kind of perfect.
But if I have to
That is
explain the
low.
insult, it's not an insult.
No, so it actually reminded me, you guys, I know Kent doesn't watch Suits. Have you seen Suits, Joel?
I have not.
Okay, well, then
I don't watch it because I don't support the royal family.
this one's going to miss you guys too then, but there's a character in there which my wife always says, it's like watching you if you had decided to be evil. And
Decided to be.
So on a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh, what day is today, Kent?
Oh, it's Monday. Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, Harvey is the character in that one. But
The Invisible Rabbit?
Yeah, that's it.
That's who you
That'd be a
identify
good
with?
one. That'd be a
Quick
good one.
answers.
Right.
Which movie or TV show best describes your life right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. Kent, what about you? Movie or TV show describes your life right now?
I'm going to have to go with 500 Days of Summer, but I'm in the good
Wait,
part.
Jacob,
Like
can you turn the broken record over? I got to hear...
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna hear that line again,
But
yeah.
like after he met Autumn, that would be 500 Days of Summer.
Okay.
Because I went through the whole thing and then now,
Okay.
yes, that.
Jacob?
Yeah, I have no
And
idea.
you can't say supernatural.
I'm going to pass.
Blackish?
I'm going to moderator pass.
Is it Blackish?
It's probably Blackish.
That's
isn't
it.
Jacob?
That is it. Yeah.
That's your life.
It's Avatar, Last Airbender for sure.
I'm sure it is.
Next one is, what subject does Jacob teach?
Memes.
Memes. I teach the subject of memes. I teach nothing but memes all day. So
All right, Gen Zers, we got some memes here up on the board from your favorite TV shows.
from your favorite TV shows. Okay. Just snorted a little there.
Yeah.
So no, I teach a couple of things. I teach gaming. It's sort of a gaming theory class, as well as I teach digital marketing, content creation, social media,
How to be hip with the
how
fellow
to be
kids.
hip, how to be hip with the memes. Basically,
And he does, I was going to say, he teaches at schools. Like, this is a job he does, not just like he doesn't go up to people on the street and start spouting game theory to them.
Tetris. That didn't on Baconsale. So
Yeah.
yeah. If you can only take 3 items and 2 people with you on a lifelong journey, what and who would it be?
That's not fair.
That's not fair. We need more time. That's way too hard.
Well, I mean, okay, top of your head, go.
Okay. On a desert island? Is that this kind of question?
No, I think it's just on a lifelong journey.
Yeah, this is another what would Baconsale do kind of. Yeah, you get 3
okay.
items and 2 people.
A journal? And the pen is included.
Okay, 2 more items.
Oh, the pen is included.
Yeah, pen's
No, it's
included. What? I can't.
No, it's different. This is like Twilight Zone. You have to be very specific.
You can find a pin somewhere.
A journal with a pen is included. A canteen, because you need to carry water.
On a this isn't a
Canteen?
desert.
Am I in a desert? I
No,
don't even
this
know.
is the lifelong journey. It's
This
a
doesn't,
journey.
this doesn't make sense. You get 3 items, so I mean, you're probably going to have access to like everyday items.
Joel, you have to go. You have to go.
I'm going to say my phone, a charger, and my credit card.
That makes sense.
And
actually.
then the
that makes a lot of sense.
And then the 2 people.
I was thinking desert island.
And then 2 people. Well, my dad always said the only things you need when you go on a trip, just make sure you have a credit card because everything else you can buy. Like he's like,
That's true.
If it comes down to that, so as long as you have that, you should be covered. Should be. But then the 2 people that's just difficult because I bring my wife, obviously.
and then you only get to bring 1 kid.
1 kid, my favorite one.
No,
there.
we'll find out which one is his favorite now.
I'm going to copy Joel's answers, but not with his wife.
Thank you, weirdo.
And for some reason, I was thinking another desert island. I was thinking Bear Grylls, but I guess I wouldn't need to. I don't even know. I'm going to have to skip.
That's actually true. It'd be nice to have a guide, maybe if we go somewhere kind of cool, like a world traveler.
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Jeff Probst. There we go.
He's just a TV host.
But I'm sure he knows a lot about traveling.
The Tahitian Islands, maybe.
Yeah. Sorry, kids. Me and Mom here going off on a vacation with Jeff Probst around
You know
the
what,
world.
guys? I'd bring you two, and I'd bring all this equipment so we could document it along the way.
Aw, except for this is more than 3 things, so one of us would have to be without headphones.
Jake.
And we wouldn't have a mixer.
I don't want them anyway. This works out.
Wait. We have 3 things. We have microphones and mixers and
There's portable
laptops. and-
ones. There's portable ones.
Is there power on this desert island?
There's no desert island.
I know we've talked about this before, but who's your celebrity doppelganger?
I think we have, and I said Christopher Lambert, so I'm just going to go with that again.
I've been told Brendan Fraser and Jason Segel.
Okay.
You can't use Jason. You can't use Jason Segel
because you're going to use it.
So when I'm fit and I'm like in good shape, people say like, you look like Ryan Reynolds. And then when I'm fatter, it's like you're Jason Segel. And I'm like, and it's been Jason Segel for like a few years now. So
that's too bad.
Poor Jason Segel.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite flavor of Jelly Belly?
I really like toasted marshmallow. That's one of my favorite ones, I think. That's the first one that came to mind, at least.
Sour apple? I hate Jelly Belly. I
Yeah.
really
What?
don't like
Yeah, I
Jelly
don't
Belly.
really like
Why do you hate Jelly Belly? There's so many different flavors you can choose
Because
from.
when I eat things like Skittles, I just eat them all at once, and to me, it's just sugar. And so I accidentally take up a handful of Jelly Bellies. I've been burned.
No, that's the thing is the combination.
Is that one of the
best.
flavors?
Yeah, burned.
The combinations are the best when you like actually get like a peanut butter. They have like recipes, and you can do like a root beer float or
Who
a peanut
has
butter
that
jelly.
time, Joel?
It's on the back of the bottle.
People in an office that are tired of working.
Yeah.
That's
no,
it.
it's on the back of the bottle, and you can do all these cool recipes. I love it.
Thank you.
Delicious.
What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten besides a Jelly Belly combination?
Is that one of the questions?
Yes.
One of the weirdest foods we've ever
Yeah.
eaten?
It's just what's one of the weirdest foods you've ever eaten?
I don't want to get into anatomy lessons right now. But
Yeah, I know. I know what
Kent's
of yours.
gonna win on this.
Mountain
yes.
animal anatomy.
Mountain Animal Anatomy.
Yes.
My band's name in college.
It's a spin-off show for Grey's Anatomy.
I've eaten a bunch of stuff, but I can't think of anything really, really weird. Like, obviously, I've eaten snails and stuff like that. But then, I don't know. It was a pork dish with hair on it once. That was pretty disgusting. But I don't
That's
know.
gross.
Like this on the
is that
skin?
weird, though? Because it's just pork. Yeah, it was
Was
like...
it Kevin?
No, it was Kevin.
Poor Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh my gosh.
You got to come up with a better name for our mascot, though.
There's a listener out there named Kevin right now.
Are they talking about
I don't know if
me?
he's enjoying this or if he's really disgusted. I don't know. You know what it reminds me of is when we were having Taco Tuesdays at the street tacos.
Oh, we all got salmonella?
And I tried to get something new, right? And I don't remember what it
The
was called.
chicharron. You got the fat.
The fat, yes. And I
Yeah.
was like, let's try that one. Oh my gosh, it was nothing but pork fat between two pieces of bread. It was hideous. It was so disgusting.
That is really gross.
And I tried eating it and I couldn't. I kept gagging.
was really bad.
Yeah, it was so gross. So gross.
You know what's grosser than that?
What you ate?
Mountain animal anatomy.
You went a little family friendly on that. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't, All right, are you guys ready for the last section?
Yes.
All right, we're going to keep going fast here. Sweet goodness, this is kind of exhausting.
It is
bit.
exhausting. My brain hurts.
Ken's finally had too much of talking about himself.
This is why we don't interact with the listener.
Actually, Jake, I could go for more.
You're good? You're
Yeah.
good? Okay,
Please
we'll
do.
just go through these one more time. Guys, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
An African swallow or a European swallow?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What?
You know the answer?
That's the question.
That's the answer to the question.
It's Mr. No, it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I don't know the answer.
I looked this up once. I think it's 24 miles per hour.
Really?
I think so.
It was something fast, I remember.
Yeah.
I looked it up once too, but I don't remember. It's 10 years
but
ago.
that's the appropriate
Hats off to
response.
you.
If someone asks you that question, you say African swallow or European.
Yeah, that's their
And then they
actual
get thrown
answer.
off the bridge.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Have you not seen
I got
this?
thrown off the bridge.
How are you off this?
I'm not a big fan of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That's great though. It's a great movie. That's a great comedy.
It's just too popular.
Yes, it's so popular.
Oh no, don't scoff at that. That is totally
It is.
how you're like, oh, it's popular. Everyone's quoting it, therefore I hate it.
Everyone quoted it in junior high, and so I learned to hate that movie before I ever saw it.
That's what I mean.
That's what happens. Yep.
That's really what happened.
That's
Yeah,
what we're
that's
saying.
exactly
we know
what
that's what
happens.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, same with Dumb and Dumber.
And no, I saw that movie before everyone started quoting it. And
But
I
you
still
hate it because
hated
it's so quotable. Napoleon Dynamite, you hate it because it's quotable.
Yes.
Princess Bride, you hate it because it's quotable.
No. How dare you, sir?
Now you've gone
Inception,
too
you
far.
hate it because it's quotable.
Yeah, way too
It's
quotable.
so quotable. Give me some exposition quotes real quick from Inception.
Yeah, you want to hear my quote from Inception?
Yeah.
Bwom!
Oh, I hate when people say that over and over again. Actually, it's hilarious.
Okay, next question is: it has been over 2 years since Gallivant last aired. How is Jake holding up?
That was a show, wasn't it?
It was.
How are you doing, pal?
It's been a little rough, I got to admit.
No, tell me truthfully, Jacob. Have you gone back and watched any of the episodes since it went off the air?
No, as you recall, Joel, and I know you will. I never said the show was great. I said the show was good. I said the show was good, and it wasn't worth all your hate for it because you said
No.
it was
Oh, okay.
mildly amusing.
Jacob.
And I was like, no, it's worth more than that.
As you recall, there was no hate.
Yes, okay.
I said mildly amusing at best.
So basically, we're like one letter grade off, and I was mad that you were just one letter grade
Welcome
lower.
to Baconsale.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is with Kent and I every time.
Yeah.
Jake
That's
is
pretty
wearing
much all it
Gallivant
is.
footy pajamas as we speak.
I wish I was.
But yeah, and here's the thing: that show wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but I just was so amazed that Jacob kept recommending it to people, and I'm like, it's not really recommending.
It's an
type of
inside
show.
joke at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you loved it.
Yeah, that's basically what it's turned into.
Yeah.
But honestly, the show was amusing. It did make me smile. It felt totally off tone from everything else that was on TV at the time, and I really appreciated it for that. All right, if you had to eat the exact same thing for every single meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Sandwich. It would be a sandwich.
But it has to be the exact same thing, right?
The exact same
Yeah,
sandwich?
you could take off the meat. If you're tired of meat, just eat the bread. If you want just the meat, you eat the meat. If you want greens, you got the lettuce. Sandwich. I would say pizza, but I
What's your
because like any
sandwich?
12-year-old, cold cut combo.
I feel like you're going to regret your decision.
I already do, actually.
Yeah. And this is a meal. You can have multiple things. So it could be like sandwich, chips.
Am I on a desert island right now?
Wait, it's a meal. It's not just one dish.
Yeah, it's a meal.
No, it would have to be a dish, like pizza. It's like saying, do you want steak the rest of your life, or do you want pizza? That's how I see it, and I say sandwich. Most versatile.
See, and I'd say pizza, only because then I could do the same type of thing where I could get a Works pizza and then just pick off the toppings I want to
That's
eat.
very
for
true.
Then.
That's
and
a good call
or
right
just
there.
or just the crust, or just the sauce, or just the cheese.
So you just be squeezing out the marinara at some point,
Just licking it off the crust.
Yuck.
I think it'd be breakfast food. Like I want a breakfast platter. Because this is a meal. So I'm
it
going to have some
easy.
fried eggs, some ham.
You know what I want? I want a chuckarama. That's what I want. I want a meal.
This
of
is a meal.
chuckarama.
This is a
day of
meal.
my
I have
life.
A single platter, right?
Whatever.
You
Answer the
you guys
answer the
are
question.
limiting yourselves. That's all.
I think
That's
you're-
like you
this
got to
is
say
like
like
saying-
flapjacks or something like that. You have to say bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Oh, that's a good choice. No.
There you go.
Gosh, that's actually not a bad choice. Okay.
McGriddle. You'd say McGriddle.
If you could go, let's say tomorrow, to any amusement theme park in the world, which one would you go to?
Good question. Tokyo Disney?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Isn't that a small one?
I don't know, but
It's
I
a
know
small
it
world,
has
after all.
it has a Tron ride, which looks fantastic.
Buddy of mine worked on that.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
It does look really cool. Good
So
job,
it would
Peyton.
be Tokyo Disney. Plus,
See-
I'd be a giant there, which always feels nice to stand above others.
I'd have to say Disney World because I've never been there, and I want to see if Jacob's comparison is accurate or not.
It's true.
Because he says that Disneyland is a parking lot compared to Disney World.
Disneyland could fit in the Magic Kingdom Disney World parking
I
lot.
think he called Disneyland the Gallivant of theme parks after going to Disney World. It was like it was that low.
How dare you?
That's
I
actually
didn't know he
about
hated
right.
it that much.
Yeah, because it's good but not great.
It's the happiest place on earth. We don't need to talk about this again.
Yeah.
No, Disney World is way better. There's Avatar Land there, so you can fulfill all your Avatar fantasies.
Oh man, I'd love to go to Harry Potter.
Like
I'd love to go
braid thing? The dreadlock braid thing.
I'd love to go to Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando as well. But I have been to the Harry Potter studios where the real stuff is, and so I don't know. Would it be as cool?
If you had to either eat ketchup and eggs
Oh, come on.
or ride in the car with the three grandmas, which would you pick? This is
more for
inside
Kent.
joke.
This is more for Kent because I love ketchup on eggs. I actually prefer ketchup on my eggs. That's
This is for Kent
my
for
favorite
sure.
breakfast in the morning. Is
Are you
eggs and
kidding
ketchup.
me? That's so gross.
You know this about me. I love ketchup. I love eggs.
He puts ketchup
They
on
go
his
together.
ketchup, I hear.
Yeah. I have a shirt that says that.
So wait, I could either eat something that is my second greatest fear, or have my soul taken away by old women wearing surgical masks.
Okay, just real quickly, briefly, if you don't know what the three grandmas are, because he talked about it a lot on other shows, maybe not this one, but at a certain area in Centerville, when you would drive around late at night, these car with three grandmas wearing surgical masks they'd drive around, and you like if you were driving around all of a sudden
in
at 3 in the
yes.
morning, all of a sudden they would appear and drive past you. Right? Is that the gist of it?
I think for curiosity, I would drive with the grandmas. Because imagine the stories you could tell if you survived.
Kent said
You're not gonna survive.
When I met Kent, he said, "I have a buddy that has video of that," and I said, "Cool, let me see it." A year later, he finally comes up with the video that he just produced that last year. It was like, here's the video, and it was blurry and like it was like Cloverfield shaky, and
It's real.
but I don't know about it.
Well, it was
real.
filmed in 1997.
I
so-
went out and I drove around Centerville at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Me and my brother Mike went out there and drove around, and nothing happened. So
It's real. The grandmas are real.
Target or Walmart?
Walmart,
Target all the way. Oh my gosh, Walmart's the worst.
no, Target is uppity and snobbish and terrible.
It is still better than Walmart.
No, Walmart has everything you need. It's convenient. It's
It's
cheap.
not convenient. You walk
is.
in and everything is 6 miles away, and then they have 1/3 of the people working the registers that you need.
No way. Get
And
a
then-
self checkout. What are you doing?
Oh, a lot of them don't even have self checkout because
All of
too
them
many
have
people
self-checkout.
steal stuff.
When was the last time you were in a Walmart? All of them have self checkout.
They don't all have self.
They even have the thing now where you can scan things as you go, and then you go to the end and just pay for it and go.
You know what I really like about the self checkout? When it's closed. That's the best because it's closed all the time when I
I
go.
don't think you're going to. I think you've been there a while. No, Target's for snobs.
If I'm prowling,
It's Target for sure.
but if I want better deals, Walmart. So Walmart wins.
If you're prowling.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's what the Gen Zs call it, actually.
Stop it.
That's just creepy.
If you could, this is weird. If you could design a sneaker sole tread pattern, what would it look like?
This feels like what would Baconsale do all over again.
It really kind of does. We're
A
gonna have to wait a
soul
while for
pattern.
that
So
show now.
a trail you could leave behind, like claws or something.
I would
like that?
do
Yeah.
my
have some fun
sneaker
stuff
sole
there.
tread pattern would be the same shoe but backwards, so it looks like the steps
You're
taking
walking the
backwards.
other way.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like
because
that.
people are tracking you down all the
Yeah,
time.
and I'd throw them off.
Oh, I've got one. No fear. I want my soles to say no fear because it'll just make someone smile to see no fear everywhere.
It will.
Nice little throwback.
In the 90s.
But even now, if you saw no fear in the dirt, you'd be like, huh, I like that.
Yeah, I'd be like,
as you're walking backwards.
Have I time traveled? What year is it?
All right, you can only eat food from one of the restaurants that we have tiered, and it's the only food you're going to eat for the rest of your life.
What have we tiered? We've tiered
All the
fast
fast
all the
food.
fast food
We've
restaurants.
tiered, we've
and
tiered
pizza restaurants.
everything. We've tiered
Is that it?
everything.
And yeah,
No casual dining or anything.
Well, I
like
didn't think
that.
about pizza. Yeah, I guess that's true too.
Yeah, so pizza and then
pizza and fast food.
okay.
So you only get to choose one of those. It's the only restaurant for the rest of your life.
Oh,
What's it going to be?
okay. So if out of the restaurants we've tiered,
Yeah.
which is fast food restaurants and pizza chains, which one will we eat at for the rest of our life?
Domino's.
I was just thinking Domino's is a pretty good contender because you can get a lot of different stuff there. You get
sandwiches, pasta,
Yeah.
pizza, Parmesan bites,
stuffed bread,
other peas,
the chicken.
the chicken.
Yeah.
it's definitely Domino's.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I'm gonna go with Carl's Jr.
That's a good choice
Because I get
is.
burgers, I
green
get
burrito?
salad.
Is that what you're talking
I
about?
think it's Carl's Jr. has the green burrito in there,
Yeah,
so I
you're
can
right.
have a Mexican choice every now and then.
That's true. That's true.
But they have breakfast, they have lunch, they have dinner, they have Mexican sides, they have healthy options, they have
Yeah.
shakes, they have desserts. I'm going to say Carl's Jr.
But do they have marble brownie? Because Domino's does.
Oh, that's true.
Give it a week.
I won't last a week at this place.
I think I'm going Domino's too, Kit. Yeah.
Yeah, Domino's is good though. I mean, it's a tier 2 pizza, but overall it's got
yeah,
good variety.
somehow it's the food I want forever.
It's the Galavanta pizza. Is that it?
No, don't you dare.
That's it. All right, you guys get to design your very own ideal, the perfection of breakfast cereal.
Oh,
What does it look like? How does it taste? What's its name?
oh man, we're gonna come up with a whole
What's
marketing
its name?
campaign.
No, this is too hard. I'm going to go basic here, though.
We do this on our upcoming cereal show.
It's going to have the crunch of honeycomb,
Ooh yeah,
but varying tastes. Like
Okay.
it's going to be different kinds of honeycomb, like the taste of golden grams in a honeycomb crunch.
ooh,
Or the taste of something fruity in a honeycomb crunch.
Can we work Captain Crunch into there too?
No, we will never have Cap'n Crunch.
It,
there.
it hurts you, but it tastes good.
No, it still doesn't. But with the crunch berries, much better. I don't know. Yeah, it would be honeycomb, but with varying flavors.
you got a name for it?
Nope,
Come up with one on the spot.
not in honeycomb. It's a combination.
Nut and honeycomb.
Yep.
All right.
I'm in.
Okay, here's mine.
Dunnycomb is what it would be.
Stay with me for a second.
Oh, Dunny means something else in other countries.
So stay with me here. You
That's
got,
fine. That works.
First, you got rice checks, but they're frosted like Frosted Flakes, and then inside a blueberry filling inside the rice checks.
Filling or
yeah.
flavor?
They're like a filling, it's like a little flavor.
Blueberries?
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
cereal? Do they have fillings?
Yeah.
Some of them do. Like I'm thinking Crave, for example, has that little kind of gel filling inside the things.
I don't eat enough cereal, so I don't really.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so then it would be like a blueberry flavor, the powdered sugar, and the rice, the crunch of the rice checks. I think that sounds really good.
Does it have a name?
Brexit.
What? How did that even happen?
It was on the spot.
It was like blueberry.
It's the most political thing
Checks.
you've ever said on Baconsale.
And then it just came out. Yeah.
What about checks yourself?
Checks yourself.
Yeah.
Blue
That's pretty good.
blue check. Blue checks. Blue check marks. I don't know what I'm saying.
No.
Better than Brexit.
Is it though?
Checks it.
Checks it.
Try Brexit for breakfast.
Blueberry checks it. That's what happens when you put me on the spot.
You're an improv guy.
I know.
All right, guys, I saved this question for last.
Save the best for last.
Or average for last.
It's
the
a good one.
Gallivant of last questions, if you will.
Basically, hopefully hopefully it can live up to that. That's
We'll
all
see.
I'm hoping.
Ask away.
What is, in your wildest dreams, what has happened to Baconsale? What does it look like? The best thing in the world has
like
happened.
future
Future Baconsale
In the year
has
2000?
come, and it's the year 2000. Yeah, no. What's your pipe dream for
Why am I in
Baconsale?
Portugal? What?
What's the pipe dream for Baconsale?
Like this,
What are we doing?
is this like a big fantasy thing, or is this a goal we actually want to work towards?
I think this is the real one, right? This is the real question. It's like
Because I kind of like the idea of like a hologram Baconsale where you can actually have us appear in your house.
Oh,
when we're
that's
talking.
good. That's good. Yeah,
I'm already there.
I think we should have a fantasy answer and a reasonable answer.
That's my fantasy answer. Then a hologram Baconsale. You can have us right there at your table talking to you, and it would be
Wait,
like
do
an
we
AI.
have to actually be talking?
No,
or is it just
no,
AI?
they're AIs,
They're
right?
AI.
So they're not even us.
AI Baconsale, where we could just have automated responses. They'll be like, AI
Baconsale,
I was going to
that's
say,
so
what do you want
good.
for breakfast? And you go, Marvel sucks. Ha ha ha. I'm Kent.
That's a pretty terrible hologram AI.
Well, it's got some bugs to work out.
If we have that, they're going to totally replace us on this show. I don't know if I want them to exist.
Well, it's limited.
Because that's all you say. Is that what you're
Yeah, I'm pretty replaceable.
Yeah. The Baconsale app where you just push a button and Kent just goes, Marvel sucks. Ha ha ha.
No. If it was like,
We should make a toy.
I think fantasy one, I would, because it's so hard to get us like all out on the road. I would like to see us just travel the nation, if not the world, and kind of go to different
Going to be a hard sell to my wife.
Can we go to Branson?
Good luck, honey, with the 9 kids.
Branson. No, that's the thing. That's why it's kind of a fantasy. Like we get to go-
9. Don't underplay it.
I know, right? But we get to travel the world. We get to talk to regular people. Hopefully, make new fans everywhere else. But we're kind of like a worldwide phenomenon at that point.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
That'd be cool.
Realistic, I would just like to.
So maybe it'd be like a tour bus where we could bring the whole family with
that'd
us.
be awesome with like everything set up already.
This is a fantasy, so
Yeah,
you can do what you
Baconsale tour
want.
bus. We'd probably have to get our own tour bus just because of all the kids.
Yes.
So
wow,
we'd
that's
we'd
the
Hilton
caravan with
bus.
you guys.
That's a train.
It's in our budget. The Baconsale train. Let's do it. The
Bacon train. I'm in.
Bacon train.
But I think reality, I would like to be able to have this be successful in a way that we could do more than one show per week. Because, and that also, and basically to replace a normal job, essentially. So we can have
Right.
more time to research and more shows to do. And I think be more centered on shows like Mondays for this kind of show. Like, say, Friday's a fight show, Monday's a geek news show, that sort of thing. I think that'd be really cool.
Once
I
again,
think we have
hard sell to my
capability.
wife, but yes, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well, it's paying you at this point. That's what he's
Yes.
saying. In the fantasy, it's you're getting paid like it's a full-time job.
right.
So we wouldn't be recording in the middle of the night in a super hot studio
Bacon
bacon
cave.
cave.
Right.
Yeah.
So would you have reality?
My reality, I really, and this is maybe a goal, maybe not, but I'd like to get guests. This sounds so weird. I'd like to get guests. I'd like to get guests on the show that we don't know personally, like that one of us didn't have a connection
sense.
to. Where it's like we start pulling in people who we don't know, who just want to be part of the show, who have a following of their own. Cool, interesting people. Kind of like, I don't know, like other podcasts that get those like guest stars in every now and then.
Right.
I think it'd be fun to have that.
It's kind of hard where we're at, though. It's not like there's a bunch of celebrities hanging around
Well,
where we are.
Well,
Besides us, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. I got 2 right here.
Aw, shucks.
They're right behind you and right behind you.
Oh, shucks. What about you, Jake?
The thing I would love is like adding on to yours, Kent, because I like yours, is making different types of content, because I think we do really well there. And listener, if you don't know, and I think maybe I've mentioned this on the show before, but the original idea, I wanted to have a YouTube channel. Like that was the idea for Baconsale. I wanted to have some sort of like little set, and
That
we
was
could
Cool
talk.
Boy Podcast.
And that was Cool Boy Con. It was never that.
Is it Alpha Stud? Pop
No,
Stud.
no.
Alpha Geek.
Alpha Geek. Alpha Geek was one of the ones.
Pop Stud was as well.
No, it was not.
It was.
It wasn't.
Go listen to episode 53. You'll hear it.
No, it's not one of my actual interests.
That's one of the ones you brought up.
No, that's one of the ones on the survey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just because I wanted
the
to.
survey that he wrote and filled out.
Yeah, because I
Offset.
wanted to swing toward Baconsale. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, making different types of content, video, that'd be really cool. As far as the fantasy one, man, AI Baconsale, that is awesome, Joel. This is the best thing I've heard all night.
You have a virtual Joel just standing in your house, and anytime anyone says anything remotely off color, family friendly.
It's a good call.
That's pretty good.
And
All
then
right.
Jacob be on the other corner, and he'd say Jacob twist, and then stab you. It's an AI.
It's a twisted-
It's a
yeah, twisted
hologram.
knife.
It's a
Work it
hologram,
out.
so you wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah.
but-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wraps it up then, guys.
So there we go. Thank you for submitting those questions
Seriously.
that hurt my brain. But no, it's all. I want to say that these shows are we don't do them very often. These are very self-indulgent. It's very self-referential. But also, it's just amazing to see that people are out there because, as you know, we don't get a lot of feedback like in the moment. So when a show is driven like this by your questions, entirely driven by your questions, it's always amazing to me to be able to see that. So thank you for your questions, everyone who submitted. Even if your question wasn't read on the show, we still appreciate
Yep.
it.
If it didn't make it, I mean, there's only so many we can get through, honestly.
Yeah.
Or it was terrible.
Or it's just a terrible question.
Right.
You know?
But we still appreciate you sending it in.
We still read plenty of terrible
There's
questions.
a reason we didn't use it.
But we still appreciate you sending it in. But if you
I
want
can't wait for my AI.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on
That
Twitter.
sweater makes you look fat.
Or you can find me performing at Quick. They perform every Saturday night at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter and Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
You can find me on Twitter at Jacob A. Rogers and Baconsale on Twitter at Baconsale. Go find us. Go find our merchandise store. It's tpublic.com/Baconsale. And I need an outro.
Hello, 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 hello. We welcome you today.
Hello.
If the girl thinks it's funny, then, you know, she's a keeper.
Jeez. You should get off the dating site nobooks.com.
It was farmers only, and they can't read.
Oh. I didn't like the board game Monopoly, and I don't like real life Monopoly.
Oh, deep.
We are Legion. We are bored.
That's a disorder, and you should have that checked.
I know your obsession with apes here, Kent.
Clay doesn't melt. Is Godzilla very beautiful? 'Twas beauty that slayed the beast.
Don't put this blame on yourself, Bruce. It's not your fault.
Thanks, Bruce. Go to bed. Go to bed.
That's like your Gallivant. I mean, you should probably find someone who's employed, though, don't you think?
She's like 1987 hot.
That's about right, yeah.
Still hot. Riker was hot, too.
Memes are kind of dead, though, right? I am acquainted with memes. I teach about memes. They're dying.
Oh, no.
They might need to hand back that
No,
diploma.
Gen Z hates memes, actually. So.
Please stop.
You guys laugh, but you don't know. You don't know.
Marvel movies. Am I right, folks? Waka, waka, waka. And I'm like, come on, Kent. Let's calm down and be nice to everyone. I can't tell how old he is behind the teeth.
We'll cruise. Let's cruise. Tom Cruise. Don't try to guess where the buttons are, Joel.
Poop. Stop fighting, Mom and Dad.
Hey, guys. Love you.
Love you, too.
I'm leaving the show. I'm not going to pick up utensils with my butt cheeks. I'm going to regret that. Look
that's
how
true.
important I am. I could take a lunch and go see a movie. Oh, I'm going to take another break and go see a movie.
You can. I'm going to copy Joel's answers, but not with his wife. Your mom is definitely a Hufflepuff.
That could be. I don't know.
Kind, generous. Yeah, think so.
Okay. Loyal. Courteous.
Kind,
Okay.
Obedient, cheerful, thrifty,
brave,
clean.
reverent.
Is there power on this desert island?
There's no desert island.
Mountain animal anatomy. Was it Kevin?
It was Kevin.
Poor Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
You know what's grosser than that?
What you ate?
Mountain animal anatomy.
Sometimes you see her, sometimes you don't.
Jake is
pretty
wearing
much all it
Galvant
is.
footy pajamas as we speak.
I wish I was.
Is that where the Gen Z's shop? Is it the mall with lids? He's a busy guy.
Get my adoration?
He's got like family home evening on Monday and
Yeah.
Ronin on Tuesday, Baconsale on Wednesday, editing on Friday.
And children.
Also children.
Oh yeah, that too.
Are
do you
you
think?
saying you want to have a Baconsale family home evening?
Yes.
Baconsale home
take it
evening, BHE.
And I wish I had more clever things to say about that.
Yeah, but you're a Disney World fan, so you don't. If I'm prowling,
It's Target, for sure.
Prowling.
yeah, you know what I mean.
That's what the Gen Zs call it, actually.
Have I time traveled? What year is it?
Toilet water. That's what you drink.
Yeah.
Marvel sucks. Ha ha ha. I'm Kent. Ah, there's the toenail again. Gosh dang it, you're off my homepage.
That's a soundbite.
That's a great soundbite. Oh, my God.